Hi YouTube, people of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet, and my blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And my inbox has been busy. Someone asked me, how do I use the snag-free ponytail holders as a banding method? So I am about to show you. Because they are somewhat stretchy, without having rubber in it, they are perfect for banding. And as you can tell, I've already done the rest of my hair in bands. They are very secure that way. You don't want to use, well, you can, but, you know, the ones like this that are still relatively new and in shape, you really want to just go with the ones that have been used already and are a little stretched out of shape. Oh, by the way, when these get dirty, put them in like a mesh bag or whatever, stick them in the washing machine and wash them like you would regular stockings, and a lot of them will go back to their previous shape. So what you're going to do, let's see, I'm going to turn my head so you can see. You're going to make a ponytail, but instead of doubling it, you're just going to use it like it is, and you just go back and forth like that, keeping most of the bands very close to each other. So that way, and you're pulling your hair just slightly while you're doing this, so that way you get maximum length because you are stretching it while you're banding it. Then when you get to the end, you're just going to go ahead and double that up. And then slide the band down where necessary, and that's how you band it. See? I'm trying to get you a good view going on. I might remake this video using white ones so that way you can see better. And then you just let it dry, and as you can tell, it will dry to the full length of your hair. So you don't have to worry about straightening or blow drying and all of that good stuff. And that's how I stretch my hair when I don't want to use heat and I don't want to use a straightening comb. And the front section is in twist, so it shows you how well it works for straightening out your twists. Sometimes I spray water on it, sometimes I don't. My hair was dry when I did this. A lot of times I'll do it right before I go to bed, and then I'll just take my bonnet, make sure it's backwards. I'll explain why to do it that way in a second. And then I just put it on like that. And that's another thing, when you put the ponytail in to do a band, make sure it's loose at the base so that way it's not pulling or anything while you're sleeping. So that way you get the stretched out effect without the discomfort that a lot of people experience when they use regular rubber bands. And you just smooth it the way you want it, and now you're ready for bed. But since it's the middle of the day, and I'm not going to bed, I don't need to put that on. Oh, and a lot of times, if you have to go somewhere and you don't want it sticking up, since they are banded, you could just kind of go like that and shape it so that way they're not sticking up like that. And that's all I have to say about that. The video is number 121 on how to make these. 2 pairs of knee highs will actually give you this many. This is like 3 dozen. You know, you get 5 or 6 per leg, and depending on how you cut it, you might be able to get 7 out of each leg. But that's all I did. This is a relatively new one, as you can tell. It still got give. To do the banding, let's find one that's stretched out. Well, apparently I don't have any more that's stretched out, but these will stretch quite a bit to the point where, you know, some of them actually use as a headband, you know, and you could just use that to wind it around the length of your hair. Then when you, and some of them, once they get to the point where they're stretched to, you know, when they go from this wide to being like really, really thin, those may not revert back when you wash them. So just use them for banding or whatever. And It's just fun making your own hair accessories. Miss V. Charles has a video on how to take accessories that you had that broke and remake them into something else. So if you don't want to just make ponytail holders, check out her video and she'll show you how to make other stuff. So y'all stay blessed. This is P+7 and have a wonderful day. Bye now.